Jayden Blue, Texas running back, 5'9", 196 pounds, 8.25 inch hands, Rich.
Very small.
8.25. 21 years. He's 21 years old. He just turned 21 in January. In the 40, he ran a 4.38. He had a 1.52 10-yard split. He didn't participate in anything else. Last year at Texas, in 15 games, he had 134 attempts, rushing 730 yards and 8 touchdowns, and 42 receptions, 368 yards receiving, and an additional 6 touchdowns. They had the 46th best run blocking unit there in front of him at Texas, and he had 517 yards after contact, which was good for 84th. But again, he was another player that shared time in that backfield.
Yeah, so I just literally lost all my notes, but going to Jayden Blue's tape, obviously speed's his number one
his
asset.
thing.
That's
yep, absolutely.
His 4.3, and it shows up on film because this is a kid too. He kind of sometimes looks like a receiver, and they lined him up on the outside a ton. But he's a speed demon with fresh legs because he doesn't have a lot of mileage on him. So that's his number one trophy here. It's wow, he's really fast, doesn't have a lot of miles on him.
Quick film too. It was 4 minutes.
They were fast.
And rotated.
It was refreshing.
Some other guys were 10 minutes.
I know.
So it's really no surprise with that kind of speed how he would just torch the edge, right? Coming out there. So for him, you watch out. He's got a little bit of juice to him too. He's got some wiggle to his game. Watch his TCU tape. I remember he juked a safety, and the safety just looked like he
frozen.
faint.
Yep. Yep.
So but I really like him where he's a mismatch and where he's a nightmare as a receiver. So when you watch him, even against Ohio State in the college football playoff, he had two nice receptions,
two really
for a
nice touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
Cover that guy, man.
same play.
Nah, they still lost.
So he really is a mismatch there because him in space is where he's dangerous, where he falls in line, and that's where he really is going to live. He's going to live on the outside. He's not really too good on the inside between the tackles.
I didn't think he was as bad as I thought he was going to be. I think he can operate a little bit there. I don't think that's where you want to operate him.
I don't think he's going to live there.
He's not going to live there.
Yeah.
So this was the guy that I saw on tape, and I was like, I was surprised because I thought, I thought this is just a space guy. I saw a little bit more than I thought I was going to in between the tackles. And then that got me thinking, is this guy a James Cook-esque type of guy? He feels similar to me than when James Cook was coming out. Explosive, shared time, kind of, caught a bunch of passes. None of us kind of appreciated him at all. And I don't know that he's going to be that, but there's at least that you can't teach it type of speed and breaking dudes' ankles and kind of, oh crap, he's out the back door and now he's gone type of thing that you see out of a James Cook in Jayden Blue's game. That would be ceiling type of if everything went perfect for him.
Sure.
But for me, it comes down to, is anyone going to give him the chance? I have no idea. The 5 fumbles that he had last year wrapped up with the 8.25 inch hands, I think is always going to be a question until it's not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If he's got to get through a season where he's not fumbling the ball 5 times on 134 attempts and 42 catches for, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of touches to have that many, to have that many fumbles. So explosive dude, exciting when he's got the ball in his hands. I don't know how you guys see him, but I'm mildly interested to see kind of where he goes and if there's an NFL team that'll see this speed and kind of overdraft him and find a spot like Sean Payton. I need this guy. I need a joker guy. All of a sudden, they've got a Jayden Blue who can go out and run passes, pass routes and all that kind of stuff. And he's this 4.3 guy that's going nuts.
He's on the board.
Yeah, I think he's on the
He's
board.
definitely on the board.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't hear any hype about him though. You know what I mean?
Day 3 pick.
Jared, I know you're a guy. You were pretty big on him.
I think it's a worry about him. Because we were talking about Cam Scatterby with a little bit burst earlier. When you watch his tape, he's fast, but there's not a lot of burst there.
Yeah. I liked him. I have him on a lot of Campus to Canton rosters because I liked him until I dug into the tape. It's not like I hate him, but he scored a 69 for me, so it's not like I love him. But he's on my board because there's pass catching upside there. I think he's a day 3 pick with elite explosiveness and pass catching upside. He can catch the ball well, and yeah, he does offer a little bit in between the tackles if he's asked to. So I think there's upside there with him. So he's on my board for a round 4.
It's almost just enough between the tackles to keep a defense honest. You know what I mean? That's it. Hey, here comes Jayden Blue. watch out, alert, for the pass, for him going out for a pass. It's just enough to kind of keep that off.
I think some of his tackle in between tackle stuff isn't even like where he's not capable. I feel like it's more of a Jayden Blue issue. Like his vision there. Sometimes he'll put his head down. Same thing. Put his head down. Like just run into a body kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
his vision was low for me.
I gave him a low scoring vision too, and that was going to be my one pushback.
It's like if he didn't wear glass, like his glass. It's almost like when he's on the outside, he's wearing glasses, and when he's on the inside, he's not.
Yeah, and if
like things are just a little bit more blurry for him.
One of my things was like if you get your hands on him, he's probably going down. Like I didn't think his balance was very good either.
Very little power element to his game.
But, in the right situation, like a third round, like late third round rookie pick. Like
I found out in middle school he had 2 knee surgeries, one on each knee. Just a little note. I found
middle school?
That's pretty young.
Yeah,
that's not even a fact. Because you don't even have knees.
Found it in an article. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
You don't have
knee surgery.
Doesn't look like it's affecting him, but hey, I wanted to throw it out there.
Was Tanya Hardin his enemy? What is going on around there?
So I'll wrap up Jayden Blue here. Jared, I think you used the right word there, potential. Like that's what you're drafting with this kid, because I do think the vision is subpar. There's not much of a power element to his game. He's not going to be asked much to run the football, maybe 3 or 4 times a game. But outside of that, he's not going to be asked to run the ball much. However, he is a very good pass catcher. He is very elusive, and he does have good speed. So all of those things do bode well for him to say, for a team to say, if Bill Belichick was still on New England,
James
perfect.
White,
Draft him in the 5th, put him in the James White role.
I was thinking the same
thing.
Dexter
match made in heaven. Yep, it's perfect. So we'll see what happens with him. I think there's a lot of potential with him, but it's just not on the ground.